and I just got done praying for some individuals, and as I was praying, the Lord told me to grab a notepad or paper and a pencil and start writing. This is the most descriptive writing I've ever had to do. I've given messages before, but not to this extent. So please listen. It says, "My bride, I know you have been patiently waiting on my arrival. Your time here on earth is coming to an end. Soon we will be joined before the Father, whose name is above all names. El Shaddai, the one who has been performing miracles and signs in the night skies that no one seems to pay attention to. The one who sends the prophets and the servants to give a message of repentance and destruction that no one seems to pay attention to. Oh, woe to you who do not pay attention. Oh, woe to you who doesn't have their lamps ready. There is such ignorance among the church, you fighting and refuting each other about dates and times. Can't you tell when the sun is going down? Can't you smell the rain before it comes? Can't you see all the signs that are in front of you? What more do you want from me? Nothing is ever good enough. Soon, my bride, there will be no more mockery towards you. As my Father, who rescued the Israelites from oppression and slavery from the Egyptians and performed many miracles before their own eyes, soon you too will see the same wonders of the Father, who sends me as proof to the world that there is a God, the one true God. My bride, you will suffer just a little bit more, so just prepare. But know again that I am coming. There will be speculation worldwide when my bride is taken from earth, that it was from another source other than me. Those who are left behind will know this is not to be true, and many will lose faith for being left behind, but many will also rise from isolation and begin to spread the one truth. More than before, the whole world at this time will hear the gospel, the true living word of my Father, who I sit down at his right hand. Destruction is coming. Many fools will believe that peace has begun, because the veil has been tightly pulled over their eyes by the evil one. And so it begins. Have your lamps ready.
All right.
We know the right way we talk to people. We know how we talk the word and that they should have followed the right way. But then when we see them fall out, like with them guys, Sakara, them, Genesis, them, they learn from GMS. Captain Cesariot learned from GMS. Then he went and joined up with ISUPK. So we marvel at that shit. Like, you went to follow another gospel. Go ahead, read that again. So we see this happen over and over. Other guys fell out. There's this one guy, I gotta tell y'all about this dude. There's this one guy, I forgot the guy's name. He fell out of the main camp. He got kicked out. One day he came to camp with them damn pajama pants on. You know, like them soft pants they be selling in Walmart with the drawstring. Just like house pants, but you wear them as pajamas basically. He came to camp with them on. Then the apostle got mad and kicked his ass out. Then the dude turned into a demon and started making all kind of videos talking against the apostles and shit, man. That was your fault, dude.
I was with that brother. I was with in New York.
SRS?
SRS.
SRS.
And
yeah.
my name is SHAMAIWAN.
Okay.
And I'm one of the brothers that I was with in New York with them too.
Okay.
And, I had left my post. And ain't no excuse, you know. But I had left my post and I repented for that. But I was one of the apostles, one of those guys that went up against them and said some shit too.
So you got a testimony. So what really happened? Did the brother wear them pants? I mean, I
I
saw
was with him in the camp. Yeah, he wore his pajamas in the camp and stuff like that. But then he left the camp. We both left the camp.
Talking shit, yeah.
We both started talking shit.
Okay.
And but as time go by, you know what I'm saying, I repented for that. You know, but I still push the word. I still do the word. I still got my I still do the word. I still push the word. I still believe in the same doctrine. Okay. But I did make an error by doing it.
Hey, that's all you do.
And I apologize for that. But I apologize for that on the video as well.
Okay. So what's your name?
My name is SHAMAIWAN.
SHAMAIWAN? Okay.
So I repented for that, and I made an error with that too. I Dr. Cam started talking shit.
And I didn't know that was you. I remember the other day I saw a picture of the guy on social media. Somebody put it up on the chat,
Right.
and that made me think of it. But I didn't know that was you.
No, it's all right. I mean,
okay.
I was wrong, but I apologize, and I said it before, and I know that they got the truth, but I repented to the Most High for that.
That's all you can do, bro.
So that's all.
Keep pushing forward. That's all you can do. Like the scriptures say, the Son of Man didn't come to destroy men's lives, but to save them. If you know you made an error and you repented, that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? You know how the apostles are. They don't hold grudges. But that dude, if he would have just took his reproof and just went on his way, he might be all right.
They treated us good.
Yeah, he might have been all right. But he had to start talking shit, man. I got kicked out one time. I'm sure you remember. I got kicked out one time.
Okay, right.
But I ain't started talking no shit. I just went and kept teaching the word. And in time, the Spirit had it where I came back in. Because it wasn't their fault that whatever went on me, it wasn't their fault. Men go through shit. You go through things and you have, but you take your lumps.
Yeah.
You be good. You know what I'm saying? That's good, bro. What you doing down here?
I come to visit y'all.
Okay.
I came with my friend, and I came to visit y'all, and that's one of the things that I wanted to do, because I wanted to say it out loud, publicly.
Okay.
But I already done it already, but I just wanted to make sure that I say it publicly.
Okay, well, Lord willing, the camera picked it up and got, because they'll see it, the apostles will see it.
Yeah.
I make sure that, highlight that, you know what I'm saying, that you're saying. That, because that's all brothers have to do, man. Brothers and kids make mistakes. We all men, we learning. They're there to guide us and to teach us. If you mess up, you go off, even if you get kicked out or you get rebuked, you gotta have what's it called, accountability, and just say, hey, I was wrong. I was screwing up. Something was going on with me, man. I had a demon, whatever it was.
Right.
And then in time, the Spirit will have it correct itself to it. You'll be all right. You can't turn it. Here it is, apostles. We in South Carolina.
Right.
They in New York. Another brother may be in California. How do they know what you're doing in California? You're gonna get mad and start rebuking them, blaming them for something you did, got you kicked out. So you can't do that. That dude, and that was a stupid thing to have done. You go to Esau military, you're gonna put on your boots, you're gonna get ready. You do any other thing, you're gonna go see some woman, you're gonna get dressed, you're gonna make sure you got everything. Then you come to serve the Lord, your ass gonna wear pajama pants. And I understood that. I would do the same damn thing. If a brother showed up wearing shorts or doing outside of what they're supposed to do, he might get kicked out, man. Some things you just know, like, right? I mean, somebody may say, well, man, all the brother did wore pajamas. Y'all kicked him out for that? Wait a minute.
Well, they say this was one of the brothers that had went to another person's house and left something in their bathroom. We ain't gonna go to that, but he left something in their bathroom. Certain things you should know.
Right. But I'm saying, well, this is not ours. I mean, it is because we're in it, but this belongs to YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI. He gave us what we're supposed to do. Right. You come to the battlefield, you're supposed to be ready. That's why we don't allow women and children out here. This is a serious thing. You come preach the word, get ready. I used to always fuss at brothers, because sometimes I would notice, and I ain't gonna say nobody's name, these certain brothers that come to camp on Saturday, Friday, they got on like an old bummy shirt. And I'm like, wait a minute. All week long, your ass fresh as you can be. At least when you come to camp, fix your damn self up, man. Put some lotion on your damn hands, put chapstick on, freshen your goddamn breath, put on some decent clothes. Me, myself, I would go, me and my wife would get, I ain't gonna say we get into it, but she'll say, why you be trying to look so good when you go out there to teach? Because I'm going to do the work of the Lord. I want to look good. If I die out here, I'm representing YAHAWAH and His. I'm going to have on something looking more better. During the week, I might be bumming, but when I come out here to teach, I ain't going to look like no damn bum, man. You see? You got to have...
Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakwak, Wadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, shalom to the mighty Akim, Wakwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity. Shalom to the speckled brother, they may look like the other nation, but actually Yasharala. This is Brother Kawa coming at you another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on basically how the thing is that this brother, actually, Slakia, it's mainly this brother and mainly this lesson, but the funny thing about that was this brother had also uploaded this video around the same time. I don't remember, what is it, and then this is so yeah, basically around a day ago. And I had noticed that what this brother had said when I was watching the video, that I noticed that okay, Slakia, because this is not really necessarily more of a, it is, but at the same time, the main thing is how if you have been in the know on a lot of these updates, quote unquote, in terms of like, Hassad is debating, are we in the new covenant or not, or now they're debating on Gentile salvation, now they're debating on whatever the fuck else. Like, I don't know. There has been, over the years, there have been a lot of talk on different controversies that expand, that not expand, but basically pull certain Israelites back. So certain Israelites may have already knew, okay, well, Gentiles cannot be saved. But now, because they're talking about that, they're making that whole lesson, they want to do this whole debate and stuff like that and all that crap. Now, all that stuff is basically going out the window, and who knows? I'm not in the know. I don't know anything about that, because for me, I've always just been stagnant in terms of what I believed in terms of I never, well, after I was in the truth, I mean that after I was in the truth, I never thought, oh, Gentiles can be saved. I never thought that, what's the other shit that I said? I can't remember, but basically a lot of these different things that was going on, I never switched up, and for the most part, I just believed in the same thing for a long period of time. And I'm not saying that to say as in like, oh, if you change, you're a bad person. No, if you need to be corrected, then that is dependent on the individual, and not necessarily an indicator on your character. Although I do think that it is a bit of a it is a bit of an indicator. If you are constantly changing, you're constantly finding new stuff to talk about, the new stuff to change or whatever, then that's where that issue comes into play, where it's like, okay, now this is just starting to get ridiculous. All right, so first things first, Romans chapter 16 verse 17, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them, for they that are such serve not our Lord YAHAWASHI and Mashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. And that's the thing where Deacon Hakah, or I forgot his name, Genesis Hakah, Deacon Genesis, whatever his name is, Slakia, I'm getting your name and title wrong, but basically what he was doing, he basically admitted on video was, if he said that if he wanted to make money, he would start teaching that Gentiles can be saved. And as a result of that, and he tried to change it up by saying he would teach Christianity, which that little semantic is kind of a dumb cop out. But the main thing is that someone pointed out that he said that he would be changing he would be teaching Gentiles can be saved if he wanted to make money, and now he's teaching Gentiles can be saved. So what else is someone supposed to, what other conclusion is someone supposed to come to when he is clearly changing that up? Because that's not what the scriptures say. The scriptures don't say that Gentiles can be saved, can be saved. All right, so as a result of that, that's where I came to this conclusion, and I was thinking, and I had this observation. All right, it's like an observation where it's just like, okay, this type of behavior where it's like you have these different people that are changing. Because I also remember, I forgot who it was. It was what's his name? It was it was a guy from the Pull-Up Boys. I forgot his name. The one brother, not brother, but he used to be in HOI, and I think he was in multiple camps, and he had Pull-Up Boys a couple of years ago, where he would just go to that one demonstration a couple of years ago, and then as a result of that, like, he was I don't know where he's at right now, but he was basically saying that if the C9V basically forces everyone to need to buy and sell, then that means that oh yeah, that's another thing. The MOTB, that was the thing where people were saying how you need, if you don't believe that the MOTB is a physical mark or a spiritual mark or whatever, then you are the thing. Because that was another big thing. A big I don't think it ever became a debate, but I think it just became a point of contention where people were complaining and arguing about that, saying how these people, or they are a liar, they are a false prophet and whatnot. They're a false prophet and whatever. They are a false prophet or whatever for saying that the RFID, Slakia, the RFID is the MOTB, but yet he was still saying that it was a spiritual thing. But yet when something physical gets implemented, then he's going to pretend as if he was saying that this whole time, when that already disproves him proves him to be a false prophet. Because again, one big thing that I think it was what's his name, HOI was saying, they were saying that it is a spiritual thing. I think it was also IUIC that was saying that it was a spiritual thing rather than a physical thing, which again goes against what the scriptures say. How are you going to not buy and sell? How are you going to indicate and prove to someone that I'm allowed to buy and sell? Or if it's just sin, or do you have to sin in front of someone? You basically get the point, the ridiculousness in the statement. All right. So as a result of that, another thing I wanted to say, New Covenant. Okay, that was another thing where there was a big debate about that, and people are now, and that was from ISCPK, where they were talking about that, and arguing and saying stuff like they actively now say that we are in the new covenant, when that cannot be the case. All right. So as a result of that, that's where you have these multiple big controversies where people are arguing about that, saying that we're this, we're that. Different people believe in these different doctrines, these different stuff, and as a result of that, the general public, the general people, consensus of Israelites, because they are learning from multiple different people rather than just locking down with just one, or maybe they're locking down with the wrong one, Slakia, then as a result of that, then they are being led astray, and they're also being confused because they don't know what to believe, because there's all these different arguments about it's about we should we need to, we're in the new covenant, we're not in the new covenant, new moon Sabbath, or Saturday Sunday Sabbath, or Friday Saturday Sabbath, whatever, and all these different things where people are keep constantly changing rather than sticking to one thing. Okay, and that's the thing. Let me get this. Proverbs 24 verse 21. My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. So why would you want to stick around with someone that's constantly changing the doctrine just to fit their financial needs? All right, so something to take note of, something to remember, which is why Sagi, that's actually the thing where with Genesis, speaking as a man on my own viewpoint, that's basically what they're doing right now, where they're only focused on, how do we make money? How do I get more people to appeal and give me money, this, that, and the third, and whatnot, rather than let me just focus on, on the truth and whatnot. All right. Hence that. Anyway, continuing on. What was the next thing? And this is another. This was someone that said, I recognize I was wrong. I'm not going to do that anymore. I see the error in my ways, and he repents from it. That's good to acknowledge that, and especially if you actually acknowledge that acknowledge your fault. That's good to take the steps to actually doing it. And again, as I said before, if you went off or something like that, and you actually correct yourself, that's where it comes into play, where it's like, okay, you know what, let me try to do better next time, and not let this happen again. But at the same time, it's also a matter of like, are you going to just, oh well, let me just fall out the truth completely and whatnot, rather than just accepting that you are wrong and doing better. All right, now Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 22, when a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken, but the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him. Basically, you have false prophets that will say stuff like, as a matter of fact, there was literally a false prophet that had said that Elder Apostle Tahar was going to die, I think like last year or whatever, and he's still alive right now. So he's a false prophet. He was saying that this is literally a prophecy. God told me X, Y, and Z. So you have to believe me and quote me on this stuff. And then lo and behold, Elder Apostle Tahar is still alive, and the dude is still. I don't know what happened to the dude. It's been a long time, but he definitely false prophet in that regard. All right, but yet again, in general, you have these different people that are trying to deceive the masses, and as people are constantly being deceived, all right, that's not for. It's something to kind of be aware of. Next, Ezekiel 33 verse 33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Where we are informing everyone what's going on. Don't follow after this. Be aware of this, that, and third, whatever. But yet, the fact of the matter is that they are definitely in for a rude awakening. All right, so let's continue on. Next. No, that's basically it. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Requakwada, Shabbat, honesty, elders and apostles, great meals, and Shalom.